What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'm going to be reviewing a beer from the Lagunitas Brewing Company, and they're out of both Petaluma, California and Chicago, Illinois, and this is their Cherry Jane. So they're calling this a sour ale. I guess it could be classified as American Wild Ale as well. Comes in at 5.5% alcohol by volume and 9 IBUs, and at the time of this review, based on the Julian code on the neck of the bottle, I believe this is around 7 weeks old, so should be fine. And this is the first ever beer that I'm reviewing from Lagunitas on my channel. So the one thing I'll say about Lagunitas, and if you've had any Lagunitas beers before and you've purchased them, you probably agree with me. Maybe you don't, but I'm pretty sure you do. They have the best bang for buck value, as far as I'm concerned, in the United States. I mean, they make quality beers. They pumping out quality products all the time, and their price point, hard to beat. I mean, an example would be their Cappuccino Stout. I think that's 9.1%, 22-ounce bomber of it, $4.99. I can't really think off the top of my head any beer that I've paid normal price at $5 for a 22-ounce bomber, period, from anybody other than Lagunitas. So, you know, they make good beer at a great price, and they're hard to beat. They have some misses here and there for me, but for the most part, quality beer at a great price. So what's not to like? But anyway, this will not be the last Lagunitas beer that I review on my channel. I can promise you that. But anyway, I saw this beer for the first time about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Before I saw it, though, I saw my good buddy and fellow beer tuber, DJ over at DJ's Brew Tube. He reviewed this beer, and he was digging on it quite a bit. I believe Lagunitas actually sent it to him, so that's cool. And then a frequent commenter of mine on my channel, Earth, he actually checked this in on Untappd, and he was digging it as well. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I pick it up and give it a review? So here we are. So this is, like I said, a sour ale, American Wild Ale, and they're brewing this with Turkish Delight cherry juice. Never had it, but I imagine it's pretty damn tasty. And they're using Brettanomyces and lactobacillus in this one. So I'm going to be quite curious to see how that Brett plays with the cherry juice and the rest of the beer and how much funk it provides. So let's crack this open and give it a go here. We'll put the Lagunitas cap over here like that. Oh yeah. So using my Lost Abbey, you know, shout out California. You know how it goes. Let's give this a pour. So yeah, that's pouring out like it should based on the name of this beer. At least in my opinion. So it has this beautiful ruby red, slightly mahogany color to it. Crystal clear though, very unfiltered. You know, a nice departure from all these opaque, murked beers that I'm drinking, murky and turbid. Has a finger of this pinkish head. Yeah, nice pink head. I don't know how well that'll come off on camera, but yeah, this looks like, if you guys have ever had tart cherry juice before, you know, helps with inflammation, all that stuff. It kind of looks like this, although that looks a little more unfiltered. This has a nice filter look to it, but, you know, plays the role. Let's get a nose on it. Wow, it actually smells like tart cherry juice. Is that what Turkish Delight cherry juice is? Like I said, I've never had it, but is it like a sour cherry juice? I'd imagine if they're going for a sourness. I mean, they're using lacto in here, but still. Now, this is not to be negative, but to be honest, this is giving me like a cherry cough drop vibe to it. It's not huge on the medicinal note. Certainly is there a little bit. Maybe a slight touch of like a generic funkiness. I wouldn't say like Barnyard or Horse Blanket or anything from the Brett. It just has like this funkiness to it that definitely you can tell that's there, but it's not like the predominant note. This just has like a lot of tart cherry juice vibes to this one. It smells like it's not going to be overly sour because there is a nice balance of the sweetness and the tart cherry juice vibe I'm getting with a little bit of that funk. It doesn't smell overly complex. It actually smells just like straight up cherry juice with a little bit of funkiness to it. But that's not a bad thing. We'll see how this tastes though. So cheers, everyone. Let's get into it. Like I said, I don't know what... Ooh, that is a nice tartness throughout. Like, it hit me right in the jaws in the back. This really does taste like tart cherry juice that I've consumed quite a few glasses of over the past couple years. I need to get some more, actually. But that's what this tastes like. And at 5.5%, obviously can't detect the alcohol, so It's like a alcoholic tart cherry juice. That bread is not really carrying over at all. It's kind of lost in the shuffle. If I drank this blind, I would definitely say it's some kind of fruit juice. I'd probably guess cherry because, like I said, it tastes almost identical to tart cherry juice that I've consumed before. But I could not tell you there's Brett in this whatsoever. It's tart, but not sour. I mean, usually, I guess tartness is kind of, the way I look at it is it's very incorrect, I'd imagine. But when I say a beer is tart, I mean it's very lightly sour as opposed to full-on sourness. So when I say tart as opposed to sour, I just mean there's a slight like tart note to it as opposed to a full-on sour note. The one tasting note that Earth got, he said like a cinnamon apple pie crust thing going on. There's a bit of like a malt sweetness here that's blending with the cherry juice that's kind of giving you a candied cherry. Candied cherry meets tart cherry kind of character. They kind of intertwine. So there's a nice balance of sweetness and tartness. I can kind of see where he's going with that. Personally, I'm not getting any cinnamon, certainly not like an apple cinnamon pie crust, but that's why we all drink the beers ourselves and see what we get. So I just thought that was a unique tasting note, so I thought I'd mention it. I mean, the mouthfeel, crisp, very spritzy on the tongue. There's a nice smoothness to it. Body's like lower side of medium bodied, higher side of light bodied. It's, you know, it's thinner at 5.5, but that's kind of what I'm hoping they're going for because you want it to be kind of refreshing. Yeah, this is not blowing me away by any stretch of the imagination, but I think it's very well done. I love tart cherry juice, so I have a little bit of bias here now drinking this because I like tart cherry juice. This is kind of drinking like a slightly sweeter tart cherry juice with a bit of like a malt sweetness in there as well. Really not picking up on the funk or anything at all. Has a proper body and mouthfeel. This is good. I'm going to give Cherry Jane from Lagunitas a 4 out of 5. I was debating 3.75, 4 out of 5, but I like cherries enough and certainly tart cherry juice that it kind of leapfrogs into the 4 range for me. It's very well made. Certainly not one of the best Lagunitas beers I had, but it's pretty damn tasty nonetheless. And another good beer from Lagunitas. And I think this bottle was like less than $2.50. And that's just how Lagunitas rolls, man. That's just how they roll. So that was Cherry Jane from the Lagunitas Brewing Company. Gets a 4 out of 5 from me. Let me know if you guys have had this beer, what you think about it. I think it's pretty damn good. I might actually buy another bottle or two before the end of summer just to kind of have in the fridge. Maybe it will supplement my tart cherry juice that I'm out of. We'll see. But anyway, appreciate you guys checking out another review. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to. I would appreciate that for sure. And I do appreciate all of you guys out there that are watching. So until the next one, cheers. Should be back tomorrow with another review, I think. Anyway, take it easy.